Hello, my friends. Welcome back. We're here to do the end of season awards, kind of review the season, and if we have enough time, we're going to get into the transfer window as well. We've got a big problem, and it's called right back. So, let's get right to it. All right, my friends, welcome back. It's episode 30 of the Journeyman with IK Start. Can I just say, I hate daylight savings time. I'd like to know what you think about it in the comments. That's completely unrelated. I mean, it's not actually, you know what? It's not unrelated to what we're talking about here because it honestly takes me like a month to adjust, where I'm normally getting up at like, I don't know, 6:45, something like that in the morning. I end up oversleeping for like a month straight because my brain is just like not into it. It's like it looks darker outside than it has been. I'm going to turn off, and it's been a little bit of struggle like to get like into episodes to record. So I'm doing my best here. Hopefully you understand. I'd love to know if you struggle with that as well. I think it's hilarious. It's called daylight savings time because we're not saving any daylight. It's not like there's like a jar or an account where we like store our daylight. Like, just leave it. Can we just leave it? Let's adjust the clocks by 30 minutes just to mess with everybody and just leave it. No more back and forth by an hour. Let's go back 30 minutes and just call it a day. But that would cause, I'm sure, widespread chaos all over the planet. My friends, I want to know in the comments as well who you think the, fans player of the season is, top signing of the season is, and young player of the season is. Try not to look at the stuff over here. It might, indicate some of those things. But you can pause the episode real quick. Let me know who you think those people are, because I'm going to go into it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, so we've won the league. 30 games played, 22-3-5. Not a bad record. 69 points, 12 points clear, and we didn't throw the last couple of games, but we didn't like try our hardest, and we rotated in a lot. It's like Trump. So we started Grutzbach, Okels, Torp, Sonic the Second Guy, Anderson, Peterson, Dave Smith, Roman, Osterwald, Lindquist, and the backup goalkeeper. So I mean, to be fair, we did put a good group out there. Against Sandefjord, we had Ari, we played Zabo, Knudsen again. Like, once we locked it up, I tried to rotate as many people as we could in that weren't necessarily starters, more of a rotational backup players. But we smashed it. I want to say we tied the number of wins record that we had if we won the last game. And really, it was kind of gutting, to be honest with you, because we were ahead and we gave up 2 goals in 2 minutes at the end of the game at home, so we don't get the record. But attendance looking good, right? 11,208. A little bit more for the Europa League, so we're definitely packing out the stadium. That's nice. All right, I've rambled enough. Let's go look at the end of season awards. Ooh, that's a bit of a surprise to me. Matti Leskinen with the fan player of the season. Really? Okay, Dave Smith with the goal of the season. Matti Leskinen with the signing of the season for 415. I thought it was more, but okay. And the young player of the season, 24. I guess once you're past 24, you're no longer, because you're not tutorable, I guess. I think. That's interesting that he's the young player of the season, because we had a bunch. It says blah 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 blah. The club should be proud of this golden generation with Patrick Feldal, Alexander, Oysteinstein, Vidar Knudsen, and Ronnie Servetsen having all progressed through the ranks. So they're happy that we're using our youngsters. Interesting. Let's go look at the season review. Yeah, started off in 6th and then dominated. 98% full. Ooh, do we go for a little stadium upgrade? Oh, that seems so risky. Like, that seems risky, lads. I think you need another season at the top level packing that out before you do that. And we might be gone after that. We should probably talk about that as well. Be thinking about what you want to see here. I'm thinking we're still in the Europa League. I like to see how that goes. I'm just not sure what to do with the series, if I'm being honest with you, because if we have another season where we dominate the top division and we get knocked out of the Continental competition at some point, it's kind of like, do we do it again? But then I don't know where to go. Like, the only other league that is of higher stature is the top Swedish league, which is like 2 place. Like, we're in 13th in Norway, and the Swedish league is in 11th. So is it going to be that big of a difference to leading to like more success in continental competition? Because I don't want to stay here forever and bore you guys. Somebody had a comment once, it's been a while, that said maybe I should go back as like a retirement tour to the Faroe Islands, because we never hit up the Faroe Islands, and do like volunteer my services there, something like that. Or do we just end the series, you know, after we get through the Europa League or whatever happens here? So I do have some other stuff planned. It's just, I don't want the series to get boring for you, and really for me. So I'd love your comments on that. And I know that's like a bit of aggressive, like, hey, should we just end the series? But I don't think we're quite there yet. I just don't want to go 100 episodes with Start. I think that's going to get old. So let's keep moving here. We won the Super Cup. We got knocked out by Fredrikstad in the whatever that is, the Norwegian Cup. We won the Eliteserien. We got knocked out by FC Copenhagen. We'll take a look at how the Champions League is progressing, because they've done well. At least the last time I looked at it, I thought they'd done well. And we're still in the Europa League. Match of the season, 5-1 over Stabæk Football, and we lost 5-2 unbelievably at the end of towards the end of the season to Strømsgodset. 98% full. We used 25 players, 6th of 16 in the Eliteserien. They've been saying, like, oh, you've been using a lot of players. I'm like, well, we're in a lot of competitions. Like, what do you expect? We're going to use the same 11? Come on, give me a break. I don't care about that. Squad dynamics, everybody loves me. Let's go look at the hierarchy here. 27 players more. One player does it. Sonic the second guy. Dude, how do you not support me? Okay. He has been wanting a little bit more playing time, so I guess that's fair. But he's on a backup contract, and we gave him 16 starts, 4 subs, and we got him some Champions League and Europa League action, and he started 3 games in the Cup. So I don't, and he's changed races again, if you hadn't noticed. Come on, Sports Interactive, you are killing me. Okay, but we do need to play him, you know, to get that. I'd love to know if there was a place where it would show, like, for his work permit, like what percentage he is on the games, because he has to play 50% of his games to get his work permit renewed. So that's interesting. And then Jesper Richardson, who's down here somewhere, wants a new deal because he's a key member of the first team. I'm like, dude, you played 3 subs and a start in the Europa League. You had a Champions League start because I wanted to get you one, and 4 cup games. Sit down. And he was like, well, fine. I was tempted to say to fire the agent, but the agent has other players on our team, so we didn't do that. We'll not worry about the end of season meeting. Yeah, they're quite delighted. Break until January 12th. You can see this. This is all good. The big difference, and I guess this is, I was wondering where this was. So we got 600 grand for achieving first place in the Europa League group stage. We got 360K for the win against Marseille. There's more money that came in somewhere. Hello, my phone is dinging. I'm not gonna be able to find it. We got a huge swath of money. I'll just show you. We're up to 10 million. 900. Okay, I'm just looking at it because it jumped up here and then it jumped up again. So we got 960 for prize money. It could be gate receipts too. That's definitely helped. Obviously, you can see the profit and loss. That's a lot of that's the prize money. So let's go look at the income over the season. So we got 11 million in prize money. You know, 5 million from the Europa League, 3.26 from the Champions League, and actually, there's no way we got less from the Eliteserien? How is that a thing? That can't be right. Can it? Oh, that's weird. That went down from the previous season. Okay, fair enough. But obviously, the 8.26 from being in the 2 continental competitions has definitely helped us. Gate receipts are almost up, not double, but up almost 2 million. What is it? Oh, everything's making noise. I apologize. Oh, here we go. I'm a professional. Can you tell? Season tickets up 300 grand. TV revenue down, which I think is interesting. So we got less from the league. That is strange to me. 300 grand less. We had the money league. I don't always trust these because we've got, why is this listed twice? You know, who knows? But we only did the one money league, and that netted us 119. So that's, I mean, I'm just curious where the difference is, though. The big difference is what? The cup, maybe? No, I don't know why it's so different, to be honest with you. Other, whatever that means. Corporate facilities income is up. Match day income, I mean, that's a healthy advance. You would hope it would be actually a little bit more because the gate receipts increase. A little bit from players sold. Merchandising up 46 grand or so, 45 grand. We got 72 grand in interest, not a half bad thing. That's a week worth of wages. We got some grants. Cool. Let's look at the projection. I mean, we have done our job here, my friends, right? Like, we are projected in the next two seasons to go from 10 million to 15 million euros. I can't remember if I ever showed this to you. I did get a new contract. We signed it back in July. I'm sure. Surely I showed that to you, but it's 4,100 a week. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Let's take a look at my profile here. Oh, that's new. We're up to good standing. Got some 12s. All these 12s I think were 11s. I'm not sure about the player knowledge and all that kind of stuff. Attacking hasn't really changed. But that's why I'm kind of thinking, like, well, we've kind of done our job here. But I don't want to just, I want to see what we could do in the Europa League, because we are definitely still in that. So I thought we're doing a good job here from a financial standpoint. They are improving the youth facilities. That'll be done in May of next year. I don't think we go for the stadium. That's not even an option. No, that's the ground. Expand ground. We could do that, but I don't want to saddle them with debt. You know, like, that would be a massive expenditure, and I don't want to saddle them with that when we're not going to be here for the long term, if that makes sense. So if you look at the facilities, we've got good field condition, corporate facilities, training facilities. We don't have data analysis facilities. Maybe we ask for that. Average youth facilities, but we're working on that. Good junior coaching and well-established youth recruitment. So maybe we go for the data analysis facilities, although does that really matter? Sure. All right. It takes 2 weeks. They're building out a closet for one of our data analysts to sit at. I think that's hilarious. Oh, it's going to cost 110 grand to expand that closet. Well, interesting. We're maybe they have to buy him a computer, you know, and a calculator. I don't know. So I'm gonna go right. No, I'm gonna do the team meeting here in a second. But I want to show you the overall. Most appearances, grandly surprising, and then our goalkeepers. So we definitely rotated those, considering there's 30 games plus the Europa League plus the Cup plus, you know, Champions League and Europa League and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of interesting. Most goals, Matty Leskinen, and I guess that's where he got the fans player of the season, because he came in and kind of dominated, to be fair. 18 goals, 10 assists in 15 starts and 16 subs. So he definitely got a bunch of subs, but those subs weren't always like, it wasn't like at the half. Sometimes they were like 75th minute, something like that. Parajo with 25 starts with 16 subs. So he's like, I got some competition here. Alexander with 15 goals and 14 assists in 25. So, man, doing a great job. Oakles with 14 goals. Like, look at that. Like, look at the goals. 5 players in double-digit goals, and 3 of them are wingers. So, again, I think I said this in one of the episodes where I'm seeing where we have our wingers come down and people are going after the sole striker, and the ball's coming over the top, and this winger is running on and heading it in. We had a bunch of those. Going to the assist, 21 for Sonic the Second Guy. Not bad. And also, 9 goals. 14 assists for Alexander, 10, 8. Oystein getting 8, not bad. Anybody new? Torp getting 6. Torp's position may be at risk. We'll talk about that here. Average rating, okay, Gear Morgan with the 1, that doesn't really count. So a 7.71 for Alexander over 25 starts and 2 subs. Thank you very much. Gritback only had 8 starts. I mean, that's a solid result, right? But it's not that's not the complete thing, right? Sonic the Sega guy with a 7.7 in 21 starts and 8 subs. Very solid. Next starter, Okel, 7.5. I mean, look at this. It takes you all the way down to our backup right back before you get below a 7. We only have 4 players below a 7, and the lowest one was a 6.89. I'm just saying, I think we've done a great job. Key passes, okay, he didn't play that per 90. That, I mean, 4.08 is awesome, but it's only on 9 total appearances, so you got to be careful with that. Leskinen with a 3.43 over 15 starts, 16 subs. That's solid. So very solid passing. Again, playing control, passing it around. Key headers, Ostavall, still our main man back there. Kind of not getting his mini games, 22 games. So still playing well, but, you know, he's got some competition now. We've got 45 for Leskinen on the attacking front. Feldal with 42, Zabo with 38, Roman with 37. So our center backs are doing a great job. Key tackles, Zabo with 31. Interesting. Feldal with 27, Roman, Ostavall. Ari with 17 and 24. Not bad. Could be better, but not bad. And then key passes, how are we looking there? 66 for Matty Leskinen. My goodness. Jonas Peterson with 51. Oystein Stein up there with 48. That's a bit of a surprise to me with him, with his rating having dropped to a 2-star. I mean, he's not terrible. He's just, I guess it's because we've brought in other players that are pretty good. Like some of his other areas that we don't use in the attacking midfield role, like the technicals and some of the mental stuff, I think is what's pulled his rating down in comparison to some of the other players. So overall, a thoroughly good season. Let's look at the contracts that are expiring. We've got Eric Schulz. He's kind of starting to fall apart. He's only worth $6,000, but he's Norwegian. Like, that's the problem. Like, we might, I'm gonna have to do some magic, I think, in the transfer window, because we've got Norwegian players and we have to have Norwegian players. So if we're replacing people, who are we bringing in? Right, that's gonna be a problem for us, I think. I'm actually kind of worried about that for next season because these guys aren't getting any younger. We got Geir Morken and he's 22 and he's Norwegian, but my goodness, everything else is awful. Like, he is just not, he's so bad. Like, I don't think he's coming back. But again, we're going to have to get creative. Servetsen has kind of fallen off a little bit. Now he's injured. He's had a sports hernia. And he did well. 704, you know, 4 assists in the cup and the league. I think we keep him just because, we kind of need Norwegian players, but he's not been outstanding. Everybody else, we have a problem, and it's called right back. And I think I said that already, but Granley's okay. I mean, so he's somehow worth 225. He's going to start falling apart. Like, he's all right. We can use him, but I'd like to bring in, if we go look at the team report, I'd like to bring in like a really solid right back. Right now, Patrick Feldal, who is a center back, is our best right back. And he could do the job, but he can't like, he's not the type of right back I want. Like, he's definitely more of a central defender. That's where all his green numbers are. That's where we like to keep him. But Lindquist, who's been our backup, is supposedly a better option than Granley. And maybe that means, but Granley's worth $200,000 more. So do we sell Granley, but he's a team leader? Like, it makes me nervous. I'd like to get a better goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. Rakov is kind of, and again, it's not like he's fallen off tremendously, but he was a 6.99 on 15 starts. Okay. We also have Knutson, who's an up-and-comer, and he was a 7... Let's look at this. 28 allowed in 15 starts and 1 sub on a 7.01 versus Rakov, 16 allowed on a 6.99. Okay, the rating system seems to, that's 12 more goals. I don't know, maybe it's because he's saved more shots. I don't know. But he's 18. We're definitely keeping this kid. I'm not saying he's the starter next season. He's definitely not. But, you know, like, Rakov is Norwegian. And I've looked. There's, like, we have, I think, the best Norwegian goalkeeper. And if we go back and look at the actual roster, we've maxed out. We've got our 9 players that are not from Norway. And so that's the most we can have for league play. So I'm not really sure what we're going to do here. Holligan is kind of falling off. Hadzik is falling off. So, like, we definitely have some things to discuss in the off season here. I'm going to go do our scouting. And you know what? It's already been 20 minutes. So maybe this is a bit long. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I think I'm just going to leave it here. Let me know what you would do. Like, would you ask for a better stadium? Would you go after right backs? Let me show you this. I'll show you this one last thing. Homegrown status. These are our 9 players. Okay. Ari, Daysmith, Zabo, Leskinen, Sanasegai, Parajo, Anderson, Okels, Torp. If we're going to bring somebody in from the outside who's better, who goes? I have no idea. I like them all. Torp but he's really good. I mean, he's a 6.98 this season, but he just got here. I don't know what to do. So we're going to have to deal with that in the offseason. So I don't want to waste your time. It'd be a really long episode if we went through the transfer window, so I need some time to actually go do that. So I'm going to end the episode here. Let me know what you think about the season. Let me know what you think about the series. You know, after the Europa League that we're in right now, then what? And we'll see you next time. Leave a comment, hit the like button, check out these things that have popped up over here. And really appreciate you supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next time. Okay, I was kidding. I'm going to show you one player we have finished scouting. I haven't honestly been paying attention. I just been like, yeah, keep scouting. Looks like he's 5-star. Yeah, keep scouting, keep scouting, keep scouting. Look at this guy. Christian Chacon. Colombian international. 9 caps, 3 goals, 49 U20 caps, 13 U20 goals. Look at all the dark green. Oh my goodness, he's 22. Oh, see, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because he's Colombian. And, like, what are we going to do? Get rid of Parajo and Leskinen? I mean, he's significantly better than them. He's fairly susceptible to injuries. That's a bit, you know, not so good. Like, he's a bit of an injury risk, but we could spend our entire transfer budget on this guy. But then what? Do we switch to, like, a 4-3-3? I don't know what to do. I need your help. Tell me what you would do. Oh no. This is because I don't want to not record and like go through the transfer window, but I want your thoughts on this guy. I'm probably going to tweet this out and put it in the Discord. He looks so good. Look at I mean, besides not being able to jump, he still has 16 heading, even though he can't really jump. He looks good, folks. I almost feel like we have to buy him, but then I don't know what to do. Because, again, we've got the... I mean, Arsenal Athletic... He's not going to be interested in us, is he? Unknown. He's going to need a work permit. It's almost like we might as well just go for it and see what happens. But then, like, again... then what? I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. Oh, okay. I'm going to cut this into the episode. Thanks for watching. All right, another cut in here. They've now officially begun upgrading the youth club facility. I guess we hadn't paid for it yet, so $2.1 million is going to come out. It's going to take 6 months. Sonic the guy, a new start record with 21 assists. Previously was by Alexander with 14, and that was 2 seasons ago. That is a massive increase. My goodness. And then Alexander gets the 8 Player of the Match awards. That knocks out Holligan's record from 2 seasons ago with 7. So every time I click continue, something new is popping up. I'm hoping this is the last time I cut into this episode. But if it's not, we'll see you the next time, I guess. Okay, I was wrong. Another cut in here. The club is facing a tax of around 2.5 million euros over the upcoming financial year based on the financial records of the past year. Ouch. Commercial summary, which hadn't showed up until now. Sponsorship up a little bit. Okay. I guess this is the upcoming season. Broadcast revenue is way down. Corporate hospitality significantly up. Competition prize money obviously way up. We already knew all this stuff, but I think those are Parajo, Alexander, Torp, surprising with the 3rd best-selling jersey, Peterson and Leskinen. So we've got some stuff going on there. We got a new scouting budget, 87 grand. I think I've had to adjust that every single time because we're in Scandinavia for 135K. So we'll make some adjustments there. I went ahead and bid $1 million for this guy. I don't know what we're gonna do, but Like, this is a guy that could win the Champions League for you. At least that's what it looks like to me. So, right. I went ahead and bid $1 million, and they're stalling, hoping that they get a better bid from one of these other teams. So we'll have to see how that goes in the next episode. All right, we've got the Europa first knockout round thing today. Unexpected. This is going to be the choppiest episode ever. I apologize. Here we go. Let's just go for it, I guess. Automatic draw. Okay, Basel from the Swiss Super League playing Monaco. CSK Moscow. Okay, I don't know if that... Okay, we can go ahead and stop the automatic draw and draw all the teams. Hoffenheim, Valencia, Marseille, Celtic, Rangers, Kiev, Florentina, Elfsborg, Besiktas, BK Haken, Schalke, Spartak Moscow, Atletico Bilbao, Leicester, Sporting CP, Everton, Eindhoven, Wolfsburg, Malmo FF versus Arsenal, Roma and Midtjylland, Rapid Wien and Porto, Lyon and Zenit, and Internazionale versus Olympiacos. So the Italian-Greek rivalry there. Okay, 4-star reputation. Okay. Let's just look at how much they pay their players. Oh! Oh, well, it was fun being in the Europa League, my friends. Look at this. Okay, what's our current wage budget? 35. A fuzz under 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 players make more than our entire club combined. Oh, no. Oh, no. Valued at 22 million. Oh, that's not very good, my friends. It's a 2-leg, so at least we get the away leg first. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay. We'll see ya. He's not interested. They accepted the offer. You're on 1.2K, mate. We're not... I guess we don't know of his salary demands. He's gonna want, I guess, a huge move. Oh, mate. Come on, mate. Is there anything we can do to get him to like us? Anybody? Oh, man. Well, it was worth a shot.